Hey guys, Dylan from Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 3, titled The Path. After Dina shares crucial intel, Ellie prepares to petition the town council. Near Seattle, a religious group flees a... and then that's where the synopsis cuts off. So, I found out because I did watch the breakdown of the last episode between finishing that and recording this one. Um, there were several changes made with the last episode. One, the entire siege of Jackson, not in the game. Like, you hear about it, but everything with Tommy and the people of Jackson defending against the Horde, the bloater and all that, not in the game. In fact, Tommy wasn't even in Jackson because he was Joel's patrol partner. He was the one who went to the lodge with Joel and Abby. He gets his shit kicked in, well, beaten in with a pistol till he's unconscious, as opposed to Dina being tranquilized. It's Dina with Ellie, and they actually hook up in um the pot farm, not Jesse and Ellie. So they made a lot of changes. Now, the last episode did endear people to Jackson a lot more from what I've seen in reactions, because I am recording this like in the next recording block, so I've seen quite a few reactions. And also, it gives Dina a personal reason for wanting revenge against Abby in that, because they did enhance the relationship between Dina and Joel in this compared to the game. So he was essentially a father figure to her as well. And she also saw the WLF patch on the Abby's crew's jacket, so she knows that. And the final thing, and I was correct in my assumption of this, you didn't learn Abby's connection to the Doctor until much later in the game. So, in all the playthroughs, when you get to that part, you play as Abby a little bit, go through the like little mill, evade the zombies and that, meet up with Joel and that, and Tommy, take him back to the lodge. She then kills Joel, and you have no idea why. Joel never learns why. Whereas in this, he knows why. He nods in agreement that what he did was fucked up, and he understands why she's doing it. Like, there was a lot of non-verbal communication between Pedro and I forget Abby's actor, Caitlin, I think it is Caitlin Dyer, whatever. Yeah. So all of that was not in the game. What also wasn't in the game was Ellie not being knocked out after seeing Joel's death. She was kicked in the face in the game, like I thought was going to happen in the show, to knock her out. No, kicked her in the rib. And according to the director of the show, she thought that she was also dying from that. Because you know how being winded can make you feel like you die? She wasn't sure if she was going to survive. So she crawled over to Joel and held his hand, wanting to die with him. So that's a little bit sad. But I feel like this episode could be even worse because we're going to see Tommy's reaction to his big brother being killed. And yeah, like he made it through the Horde. His wife was okay. Yeah, they lost friends, but his family was fine. And then to immediately find out your family's not fine. But let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, go. Why is it not? There we go. Really? Why did it? Apparently, it decided it wasn't going to do the previously on, and then it was going to do the previously on. It jumped back a little when I finally got it to start. That thing moved. Maybe not. Had quite a few people relate the last episode to the big battle in Game of Thrones, saying how much better this was compared to that. He's gonna give last rites to his own brother. I think the cleaning of the body is a part of last rites. I'm not religious, but I think that's what I heard. You don't want to see that, Tommy. I'm a little surprised we didn't get to see his immediate reaction. Though that could have been what the embrace between him and his wife was. Like, um, Ellie and Jesse radioed it in. We're several minutes in and not a single word has been said. Until that. That is a crushing first line of the episode. That got me to tear up. Yeah. Oh, it's zooming out to show just how many bodies there are. I thought there was going to be something in there. Crushed ribs, punctured lung by the looks of it. Looks like she's already on. I've got one of those. Mine was actually on the inside of the wrist. You can still see the bruise. Actually, was that the sedative one, or was that the one that was down in my elbow? I had two. I forget what one of them was for. Was it Circle always a part of it? They did. They did take the Joel Stalk out. I wasn't sure what they were going to. It was something I'd heard suggested from episode 1 that might happen. Three months later, eh? Yeah. What? Interesting. Because Ellie and Joel did talk in the game at that scene. You wouldn't elaborate what it was. come home from an extended stay in a hospital, the first thing you have to do is dust the place. Speaking of, I should probably dust my desk. Fucking room. What's that big? Like, it's got an office and everything. Of course, you'd go for the gun first. Didn't realize it was a revolver. I know this may not be everyone's preferred style, but I do like that they're letting us just sit and feel the characters. Like, there's not dialogue for the emotional moments. You're just letting the actors emote. Because too many shows would have them like paired up, Ellie and Tommy, talking through everything while going through these motions. But to let Tommy be with Joel, to let Ellie go through the house. Don't go after her. Wait for them to get there. yeah, she got all the names from the introductions. But unless she somehow knew um, Isaac's group before coming to Jackson, she must have looked into the WLF before, like between then and now. Interesting that they're able to. I noticed that they had loaves of bread in the last one, and they got cookies. How are they doing that when flour was the substrate? Like, have they been able to make untainted stuff? Because if they were. The cordyceps is underground, then. Okay. WLF. Yeah, but they also may have grown over time. I was a little surprised, speaking back on the last episode, that the people who played the game and knew that you didn't get Abby's backstory before everything happened, some of them were still, like, really upset with Abby from the last episode. I don't actually know, because I know those two might help if I actually go like that. Um, Dina and Ellie end up in Seattle. I think Tommy does as well. No, or maybe it was just he knew the information that sent them there. I don't know anyone else who would, like, whether there's more people from Jackson that tag along, if Tommy even goes along, or if it's just the two girls. Squirrel. So quite a few of those while I was in Seattle. Yes. Don't know that symbol. They all have. They've got specific whistles. It's an interesting choice of weapon. Like, he's got a sickle in the back. That's a danger one. Hmm. That's why you need to train it up. One of those wasn't right. Hmm. No, you did say he was going to be running the place. You sort of need to be on the council for that. That's why. He's going to vote against it. Let people speak. Mm. She may butt heads with him, but he does give her good advice. Okay. Did you really need to stand up on the chair? I've come to announce that, regardless of what you vote, I'm going anyway. So, you can all come and help me, or I can say fuck you. Justice. Close enough. Well, not really, no. Jackson is not a place, it's a people. You won't accept whatever they decide. I guess you would, because if they don't decide not to send the 16 people, they didn't decide not to send her. That was a very well put argument. I can pick the exact three that voted for it. Jesse, Tommy, and I still don't remember Tommy's wife's name. But then again, there's also the possibility that one of those three didn't. I mean, that's obvious. Yep. At least she knows it about herself. Oh, she's definitely good at it. Joel and Tess did have a dark path before meeting up with Ellie, because he knew about the whole have one pretend to be injured and then circle around back. I'm pretty sure that's what caused the out between Joel and Tommy to begin with. Uh, Jesse as well. That's not a plan. Also, how are you going to carry all that? Wait. I feel that Joel did say something like that. This guy, Jesse. Then it's Tommy. Plus, this area is so overgrown. No, it's Seth. Bolt action. Lever action. You may not have to like the guy, but he did help you. You can at least acknowledge it. And stopping by. I really thought Tommy was going to be involved. Damn, these headstones already look really weathered. Oh no, that's just the grain of the stone. Never mind. Is that even stone? It sort of looks like wood. That's a weird choice. Is it the watch? Really? Coffee beans? Yeah, I really thought that Tommy and Jesse were going to be tagged along. But hmm, small party does help travel more unnoticed. I do like how they subverted the whole we question when Dina was going through her explanation, because there was no question as to whether she was tagging along or not. So why bother with the argument? My story's better. Oh, I thought it was going to be a little playful banter. It might help if I do it on screen. Yeah, you really don't want to tell Dina about how you had to kill your first crush. Did you like it? Seven. Because he knows that you like Ali and that he's only a consolation. A little smile. How many days since the religious group has it been? He's old, based on the discoloration. half-eaten body. The sound of the flies makes me think some form of decay. That could have been on the guy that she was with. Nope. All of them. Even the kid. Very interesting. She was clocked in the nose. No, that's not it. He did say wolves. So I'm not going to say what's come to my head because there may be spoilers, but I will hopefully remember to touch back upon it later on if things are if I'm correct about what I'm thinking. Hmm. Oh, I've just remembered something from the game that I know about. Well, that I don't know when that was happened. Yeah. Who was watching them? I've been up there. It was not worth the line to get up. How'd they get an APV? Um, this isn't a small group. Okay, that's even bigger than I was expecting. Like, I expected them to be post some form of challenge by sheer numbers. Because, well, them saying that, oh, it's probably a small group, that's why no one's heard about it and all that. Yeah, I was expecting some subversion of their expectations. But for that many people with that much firepower, yeah, they've got their work cut out for them. Hmm. And it's just the two of them. Like, yeah, the two of them will probably have a better job than 16 would have. Because even if they split into smaller groups to try and remain undetected, which not a good idea, don't split the party, but still would have given more opportunities for them to be caught. Hmm. Yes, I'm very interested to see what is going to happen because I don't know much to come. Like I knew Abby was a playable character in the Eds. I knew she killed Joel. I know a couple minor things that happen in Seattle, or maybe Seattle and onwards. I really don't know how this is going to be multiple seasons because I just don't know how long the game is. I also don't know how many episodes are going to be in this season. Like, is it going to be 9 like season 1 and then another 9 episodes for season 3? I really don't know, but I wasn't expecting them to make it to Seattle by the end of this episode. Like, how many episodes of travel did we have with Joel and Ellie? We had episode 3. Well, a little bit of episode 3. Technically episode 2, though I still count that as basically the QZ because they're right outside. Episode 4, episode 5 was in the same place. Episode 6, episode 7 was the flashback. Episode 8, and episode 9. So the majority of the season was travel, whereas they've made it to their destination by the end of the 3rd episode. So there's a lot that's gonna happen in Seattle. Like, I don't know what is to come. Let's see. Apparently, um, Manny, the one that Ellie slashed, was actually a different character in the game. I don't remember what his name was, but it wasn't Manny. And also apparently, I want to say Mel was pregnant during the um, attack on Joel, though they didn't know it then. So she'd be showing during this, and also apparently, no, I'm not going to say that. But what I'm saying is, I don't expect her to really be involved much. Um, Manny was the one who was completely on board with what Abby was doing, so he seems like from the group of from the group that were there, he seems like he's the most dangerous, besides Abby herself. Like, the two other girls and the other guy, whose names one of them's Mel, but the other two, whose names I don't remember, they were not really on board. Like, yeah, they were on board with killing Joel, getting vengeance for what he did at Salt Lake, but with Abby's methods. And it was pointed out to me that Abby not hearing the main guy say her name while she was laying into Joel mirrored how Ellie didn't hear Jesse calling her name when she was in the sparring in episode 1. Once again, showing just how similar Ellie and Abby are. So, there's going to be some interesting dynamics there. But other than that, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what Isaac's like. I know one episode of this, like episode 7 of last season, I think it was 6, is going to be a flashback episode. I know that the game deals with flashbacks in the 4 years, I think it is, in the game, between season 1 and season 2. So, there's going to be a lot of that. I don't know how that's going to be structured with everything. I am curious, because as I said during this reaction, that scene on the porch in the game, one, that wasn't seen till well after Joel died. That was one of the flashbacks. Same with New Year's Eve. But Joel and Ellie did speak. They sort of reconciled, and I assumed that was going to be the same case in this because of Ellie's whole I was gonna go on patrol with Joel, and like seeming a lot more okay with the idea of being around him, even when just the night before she was really pissed off at him. So I thought that was going to be the case, but now yes, she could have been lying to Gail. As Gail said, she is a liar. So, in fact, I think maybe even Gail suspects that she was lying about that. I don't know. They could flash back to it and have it be that they did speak, or it could be one of the changes. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I really am interested to see what comes next now that we're actually in Seattle. But anyway, I'm going to end this one here because I've sort of got to get it uploaded and just got to hope it comes out on time. So with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.